Good morning, everyone. Our topic is the quest for the Golden Fleece. The first element of a short story is the setting. The setting of the story happened in first Corinth, a place where Jason and Medea moved. Next, Lemnos, a strange island where only women lived. Next, Mount Olympus, the home of the gods, and Greece. Next, Colchis, the home of the Golden Fleece, and many lands where Jason and the Argonauts landed during their quest. The second element is the tone. The tone of the story highlights the dangers of selfishness and jealousy. It is when King Athamas, King Pelias, and Medea all drive the people around them into chaos as a result of their self-serving motives. Furthermore, Medea first proves selfless in helping Jason with the Golden Fleece, but she eventually crosses a mental boundary and acts unforgivably. This mad selfishness made worse by jealousy that reveals some psychological depth in her character. The story was also notable because it reveals the complex family loyalties. Various family members are jealous of outsiders and insiders, and they are willing to kill to achieve their goals. In other instances in the story, characters go out of there to save people in their families. However, Medea kills her own brother to protect Jason, wisely or not. Nepal prays to Hermes to save her children. In all of these situations, family loyalties are as strong as they are complex. Next element is the character. First, we had Jason. He is the protagonist in the story. He is a young, exuberant man and daring, sets forth to gain the throne from his wicked uncle Pelias. He is a Greek prince of Iolcus. Next, we had Pelias. He is the antagonist in the story, the reason why Jason sailed and started a journey to look for the Golden Fleece in order to gain the throne. He is the son of Tyro and Poseidon, and thus the half-brother of Jason's father, Aeson.
Medea. Princess Medea is the woman Cupid shot an arrow into to make her fall in love with Jason. Next, Phrixus. Phrixus was the heir to the throne of Athamas. However, he was sacrificed because his stepmother, Princess Ino, had deceived everyone in a complex plot to think that his sacrifice would stop the drought.
Also, Phrixus is King Athamas and Nepal's son, Hel's brother. He arrived safely to the country of Colchis. He sacrificed the ram to Zeus in gratitude for having been saved, but he gave also the precious golden fleece of ram to King Aetes. He then marries one of the daughter of King Aetes.
Io, a young princess and daughter of Cadmus, a second wife of King Athamas. Nepel, clown nymph, the first wife of King Athamas and the mother of Phrixus. Next, King Aetes, king of Colchis, father of Medea, the keeper of the Golden Fleece. Talus, a creator made all of bronze except of one ankle. This was the only point where he was vulnerable. Athamas. Athamas is the Greek king at the beginning of the story, who put his wife Nepal away because he had become tired of her. He then married Princess Ino.
The following characters are the great crew members of Jason, known as the Argonauts.
Hercules. Hercules is the greatest of all heroes. He went to help Jason in the quest of the Golden Fleece until his armor-bearer, Hylas, was taken underwater. Orpheus. Orpheus, the master musician.
In the story, he earns his keep by playing a tune so beautiful that it drowns out the mesmerizing songs of sirens.
Castor and Pollux. Castor and Pollux are brother. They contributed in finding the Golden Fleece.
Next are the last three great crew members of the Argonauts. Peleus, Peleus is Achilles' father. Next, Zetes and Calais, the winged sons of the north wind. And last, Philoctetes. Hel, the daughter of King Athamas and Nepel, Phrixus' sister. While escaping, she slipped and fell into the water, causes her to death, and the strait where she died was named after her, the Sea of Hell or the Hell Spot. Hermes, the messenger of the gods, sent a wondrous ram as an answer to Nepel's prayer. Hera, the queen of the gods. She helped Jason during his journey. Hera's hatred of Peleus is a big part of the reason she helped out Jason because Peleus killed Sidera. Sidera is Tyros' stepmother, on the altar of Hera. Next, we have Aphrodite, who helped Hera. To help the Argonauts, she told Hera that she would send Cupid to the Colchis and would make the daughter of the Colchian king fall in love with Jason.
Now, let's proceed to the static versus dynamic characterization. Nepel, Peleus, and Hera. Nepel, for he never changed in the story. Peleus stayed for being bad and weak under of Jason. Hera. Hera, she helped Jason from the beginning until the end. Let's proceed to the dynamic characterization. Jason and Medea. Jason, his dynamic characterization can be seen when he agrees to marry the daughter of the Corinth king, resulted in violating his vow to the gods to be true only to Medea. Next, Medea. Medea, she betrayed his father and killed her brother in order to protect Jason. She also killed the new bride of Jason and her two children as a revenge for Jason unforgivable.
Next element is the conflict. The conflict of the story was man versus supernatural. During Jason and the Argonauts' journey, they encountered many opponents like Talus, Harpies, Sirens, and many more. Next, character versus self. An internal conflict in the story when Jason debated breaking his vow with Medea to marry his new wife. And lastly, man versus man. This kind of conflict has happened many times in the story. Next element is plot.
Now, let's proceed to the foreshadowing. Aeson sent Jason to Chiron to be educated, while Peleus, paranoid that he would be overthrown, was warned by an oracle to beware a man wearing one sandal.
The next element is symbolism. Golden Fleece. It brings two symbols together, innocence portrayed by the ram's fleece and that of glory as represented by the gold. It is a symbol of great force and power, other, authority and kingship. Next, we have Ram. Ram is associated with creative and decisive force. Next is theme. The story is about betrayal and vengeance, and like many Greek myths, it has a tragic ending. We have also humility, not having too much pride in oneself. For instance, the oracle he grew to be proud of his skill, flaunting it in front of both gods and men, so Zeus struck him with a thunderbolt and took his eyesight, both humiliating and humbling him. Other theme is respect for the power of the gods. For instance, when Medea falls in love with Jason, it's because of the intervention of the gods. And we have the last element, the lesson. The lesson of the story is loyalty. Do not betray your allies and also don't trust people easily because some don't keep their words.